Hello, Internet, and welcome to the Troyan YouTube channel. It is Thin Lizzy Thursday. It is getting brighter outside, which means time is getting closer and closer to work. So, what Thin Lizzy song are we doing today? We've got 33 songs left on the list. Yeah, let's fire up the RNG, see what we get this week. All right, we've got a Thin Lizzy proper song this week. Off Renegade, Leave This Town, the last track off Renegade. There's one song left off Shades, one song left Vagabonds, Johnny the Fox, Bad Reputation, Black Rose, Chinatown, and Renegade. That we are eliminating another album from the list. We're getting down to the last few songs, boys and girls. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. So yeah, let's dive right into this one.
I better keep myself from being busted. I better keep myself out of jail. Cause I ain't got a friend that can be trusted. That's why my mama sends my money through the mail. I've been down on my luck. I've been down on my wealth. I gotta stop taking care of business. Start taking care of my health. I gotta leave this town. I gotta leave this town behind. I gotta leave this town tonight. Well, I said I'm.
Oh man, what a great tune. So many people rag on Renegade as being not a good album, but I think it's great. So this song I've always wanted a bit more romanticism from the song. I wanted it to be a little bit more soaring, and I wanted it to be almost like a little bit more like Bruce Springsteen in its approach to the subject matter. Like Born to Run, we got to get out of this town, baby. Steinman esque. But Phil takes a different approach because he's done that kind of lyricism before. But musically, this time he's doing like a ZZ Top kind of boogie to it, and it's actually really good. And I think the problem is that when you see a title called "Leave This Town" by Thin Lizzy, you want it to be, at least I do, like without even hearing the song, to be more like a Springsteen song, and instead we get a edgier ZZ Top kind of song, which is actually really great. I mean, these lyrics are fantastic. The musicality is excellent, like great riffs, great boogie, great vocal performance, great rhythm section. Just everything is just aces. So, and again, lyrics are really, really great. Honestly, no complaints. No complaints whatsoever.
Down on Main Street, with such a long, long way to go. But before I started, I was calling on the corner, still waiting for my sugar to show. I've been down on my luck, I've been down on my wealth. I gotta stop taking care of somebody else's business, stop taking care of myself. I gotta leave this town, I gotta leave this town behind.
And there we have Phil's signature low harmonies, because for the most part, his vocals throughout his career, the harmonies that he focuses on are much more like lower register. And I do think that's one reason why Jailbreak was more successful as an album, is because the harmonies were actually a more balanced traditional harmony mix and not so focused on the lower register. I think the lower register harmonies are less appealing to the general pop fan. Um, I think Kiss actually did a lot of those lower harmony registers in the early albums, like Dress to Kill in particular. I'm thinking of those harmonies, and they really focus on the low register versus a more traditional blend like on Jailbreak. And I'm gonna be honest, I prefer the more traditional blend better. I mean, it's still good, but there's a reason why I think that is something that is missing from this song that I think would make it more radio friendly.
I gotta leave this town tonight. I gotta leave this town. I gotta leave this town behind.
Sorry, I'm choking. The ghosts of Phil Lynott past are choking me for daring to criticize.
I gotta leave this town tonight. Oh yeah.
Yo, that's dope. That's that's fire. That's great. I know a lot of people rag on Snowy White's tenure in the band, including Snowy himself. Um, and I understand that it was a miserable experience for him in terms of like the personalities involved and where Phil was at in his life, and just it was like a mess and chaos. Like I get that. I totally understand that. I've been in those situations in bands myself. But man, the music they created, mm, chef's kiss. I'm not doing the okay symbol because that's like a hate symbol. The man right wingers just ruin everything. They ruin literally everything. Like you can't do this anymore because now it's a Nazi thing. Because then the Nazis started doing it. Right wingers they just ruin everything. Absolutely everything. And I would apologize for bringing politics into this, but Phil was a socialist, and there's literally a red socialist flag on the cover of Renegade. So like, I don't care.
I was fooling around with the sheriff's daughter. She was a real fine fox. But the sheriff, he came after, and he threatened to lock me in a cell box. He showed me his magnum. He showed me his shotgun. He shoved it in my face and said, boy, I think you'd best be gone.
Oh man, so my mind went a lot of places there because my thought was, so the sheriff threatening Phil Lynott for fooling around with his daughter is definitely illegal if she is of age. So that is the only way that threatening to put him in jail for messing around with his daughter is definitely illegal and an abuse of authority. And then it got me thinking about Paddington 2 going to prison when Paddington, spoilers, goes to prison in Paddington 2 because of just a corrupt judge. And just like, oh man. So yeah, anyway, prison abolition.
I gotta leave this town. I gotta leave this town behind. I gotta leave this town tonight. I gotta leave this town. I leave this town behind. I gotta leave this town tonight. I gotta leave. I gotta keep myself from being busted. I got arrested and thrown in jail. Hey, that child, be careful, trusted.
Man, what a great song. Absolutely great. Stone Cold classic. Again, apologies for all the political talk, but the leader of my country, while millions of people are losing their food assistance, is building a grand ballroom and tearing down historical landmarks in order to build a grand monument to himself to throw parties for rich people, which is totally making my groceries cheaper. Um, yeah, I've uh, like I, I was a centrist for many many years, and then after seeing the right wing destroy this country, I'm like, nope, never again. I might have voted Republican in the past, but never again in my life. Absolutely not. All right, so now that we're done talking about centrism, where are we going to rank this bad boy? Yeah, that feels good. That feels good to me. That is a solid A rank tune. I'm happy with that. Yeah, that feels good. That feels good to me. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. And yeah, I will see you guys in the. No, no, let me give a little bit more actual thoughts on the song because Michael will complain because they were only 11 minutes in this reaction. And so because it is under 12 minutes, Michael will be upset. So since we're 11:40 in, let me say more about the song. I think the song was overall a great piece of music. I love the ZZ Top vibes. The lyrics were very good from Phil. The spoken word section was excellent. Was excellent. Ah, man, I love the sinuses of winter. Um, I think the guitar solo was freaking fantastic, awesome, good tone on the instruments. Yeah, just a song that I think I've slept on for a number of years. Where I mean, I've always liked it, but I never liked it as much as I should like it, and I think I'm finally where I should be with the song. So, yeah, solid A rank. I like it. Let me know what you guys thought in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys in the next Thin Lizzy Thursday. Bye, everyone.